The Olympics just banned today transgender competitors.
I saw that.
They must compete in their biological gender field.
Yep.
That was big news from the Olympics.
That was big. That's a big step forward.
That's huge because like I understand like the common theme online is like that's bad.
Yeah.
Like that's the trending opinion to have on that topic is that that's bad. Most of the athletes that talk about it are like, this is good. This is fair.
Yeah, it was like, that's why I actually want to, obviously I showed you that video. That's kind of like show the contrasting.
Kind of a gag.
Yeah. Of like what's happening. But like, if you go to like the link, our last link here, it was a tweet that came up, and it was about a woman who was, doing cycling for, it was like another like bike race.
Oh, okay.
And, she came in and she was like flanked by two trans women, I guess is the term, who were just biological men who are now women.
Mm-hmm.
And she just like broke down in tears because she's like, this just isn't what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, this is supposed to be about women. So this is what she said. She's
Yeah.
like, I've decided to end my cycling career at my last race at the recent UCI Cyclocross National Championships in the elite women's category. I came in 4th place, flanked on either side by male riders awarded 3rd and 5th places. My sister and family sobbed as they watched a man finish in front of me, having witnessed several physical interactions with them throughout the race.
That is tough. And I was actually with family. We talked about that. And it's a really true statement in that it's like really unfair for the people who've trained their whole lives and, are competing in what they believe to be with their direct peers kind of thing. Right. And then, to like watch your championship go away. It's like, that's gotta be hard. Like her family was like sobbing, she said. So yeah, I feel with them, man.
It's a complex issue on both sides, right?
It is, dude.
And it's starting to get to that point, and this is the issue I come back to Civil War, because it's coming to a point where people just can't come to an understanding on any of this.
Yeah.
It's either you let them join, or you don't let them join.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? You got to take a stance.
And once you
on
make
this.
a stance, like once you make a you've
and it's probably already happened with us here, where people was like, okay, like they
quote unquote got our number.
Yeah, it's like, okay, they're anti-trans.
Right.
At no point
Okay.
tonight did we ever
Okay.
make any. We're just literally talking about the news, talking about where people are coming from.
Yeah.
And
also, I'm allowed to not like things that happen and can still like people as a person.
yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, women's sports, because of this stuff, it's interesting how the stories that come out are biological men transitioning to women and affecting women's sports, but I've not seen any stories of the opposite.
Yeah. But what I have heard stories about through conversations in my personal life with people who have seen it firsthand in prison, men identifying as women to land in a certain part of the prison. That's a serious issue.
That's concerning.
Yeah, that's concerning.
And then people who don't want to acknowledge that this conversation needs to happen, and people I don't really care to talk to.
Because then there's like, okay, if you're out in the real world, the conversation is a little more diverse. Like it's a lot more intricate, and you need to give it a lot more care. Because you're to just walk up to a cyclist and say you cannot compete even though you've transitioned. That's still a hard conversation, and you have to approach that with grace. But if you're in jail, your only right is to get food. Maybe like, sorry, dog, this isn't about making you feel good. You're in prison.
Right.
You forfeited every right to some sort of luxuries the second you committed a crime. That's how I feel about jail anyway. It's like, there's no room for that. You're in jail. We have to protect you from hurting other people and make you do your time kind of thing. Like, it's crazy that can even happen.
Yeah,
and they listen
right.
because they could call an ombudsman and say, I'm not being, my rights aren't being my quote unquote rights, I suppose. I don't know how that works in jail. I don't know. Are being
infringed upon.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's interesting. And we will leave it at that.
Sorry to interrupt this episode, but if you could all like, comment, and subscribe, it truly helps us out in the long run. We look at all the comments and the feedback, and it means the world to us. Thanks for watching.